So today we are gathered for making a medicine reminder box using the Bolt Wi-Fi module. So myself, the Abdullah Zabawala, the running a YouTube channel named AZ Electronics. Now, first of all, I'm pursuing the engineering in electronic communication in the last sem. So I'm very keen interest to build a projects on embedded systems. So I used to make a project on different microcontrollers as well on different platform like on Arduino, MATLAB. I also made a project, multiple projects on Bolt, Node MCU. So I also put all the related project on my YouTube channel named AZ Electronics. You can subscribe my channel and get the update from it. Now these are some of the clips of my project I used to make. There are water level indicator, the voice control. The bottom one is a voice control LED. I also made using this Bolt Wi-Fi module. The fire alert system is as well in making use of the Bolt Wi-Fi module. So for this, you can follow me on the different social media handles like Instagram, LinkedIn profile. I also had my website named electronics.wordpress.com on which I and have a detailed explanation about it, where you can, not having any basic knowledge, you can build your project by just following the steps. So this was my introduction. Now we will go for today's agenda, what we are here to meet for the making of this project. Now, first of all, we will see the description of the features of the box, then what item will be required, then the circuit connection of that particular box, then we will go for system setup, and lastly, we will conclude with a demonstration of the reminder and a box, and there will be a Q&A section afterward of the demonstration. So stay till the end to get the proper and full knowledge of this project. Now we'll start with a description. What is the need of the pill reminder box? We know we are living in a very harsh life and hectic life. The people are running for their works and having a very busy schedule. So we are not able to take medicine on time because of our schedule. Sometimes all elder people whose age are more than 60 plus or 70 plus, they also forgot to take the medicine on time, which is very dangerous for their life, because some other disease on which we have to take a medicine on time. So what this project is helpful in to those people, that this box will help the patient to take medicine on time. It will remind the patient to take a medicine on time. So this is a basic motto for making this particular project. So now we will see what is the future of this box, how it is going to work and how it is helpful for. So I will explain the features of the box by giving the example. Suppose I have set an alarm for 10 a.m. to take a medicine. So my medicine box will remind me to take a medicine on 10 box by a beep sound, and LED will glow on that particular box. Then if the patient press the button and take the medicine, the button is pressed to confirm that the medicine is taken. So it is fine that the patient we remind the patient and patient and take the medicine. So the project it is a successful scenario. If by chance the patient missed and the button is unpressed, so it will snooze for 5 minutes, and at 10:05 a.m. the box will again remind the patient via same buzzer and LED to take medicine. So the patient will remind again in 5 minutes if he had missed the first alarm. Now, if it pressed the button, then it is fine. The scenario is completed. Now, in a worst case scenario, because we sometimes don't listen the sound or we miss anything happen, so there is a third possibility. So after the 10 minutes of set alarm time at 10 a.m., there will be a notification sent message alert will be sent to the caretaker person of that patient, that who is taking the care of that patient. So the message will be sent to that particular mobile that the your patient had not taken the medicine. Please remind him or her to take medicine. So these way these are the three features for the box, that it will alarm, it will alert at the set time. Afterward, it miss the first alarm, it will remind again in 5 minutes, and in again 5 minutes, if it will send the alert message to the caretaker person of the patient. Now these are the glimpses of the future of the box. I have written in that to read the particular one if someone needed. We will go ahead. I have explained it. It will be pretty clear. So that's why. Now, what are the prerequisites for this project? So one should know the Bolt Wi-Fi module and the Bolt Cloud thoroughly, and sometimes also need a basic Python language knowledge, because we are doing coding in a Python based language and a basic electronic concept. If anyone don't know about the Bolt Wi-Fi module and Bolt Cloud and don't have any knowledge about the Python language, I have provided the link for that. You can go on YouTube. There is a YouTube link which explains very well about the Bolt Wi-Fi module and cloud, as well as about the Python. So they are they will be very helpful for the one who knows does not know anything about the Bolt Wi-Fi. Now we will go for our requirement, what item we will require for making this particular box. So the first we will need a Bolt Wi-Fi module, then the read switch sensor, push button, the LED, active buzzer, a jumper wires, and a power bank to power up our Bolt Wi-Fi module. So these are the hardware requirement. In a software, we will need a DigitalOcean account in which we will selecting our Ubuntu server, then a PuTTY software, then we will need a Twilio account and a Bolt Cloud access. These all things will be explained further in the session. Now we will start with a basic block diagram what our project is done. First of all, we will need a server, which means a brain or a controller, which will control our medicine box, as well as it will send a notification. So the server will be connected with our medicine box via as well as from the box. They will exchange their message that that the medicine is taken or not. The server will guide command him to alert ring alarm on a particular set time. Then the server will also had a connected has a connection to send a mobile notification to the mobile phone. So these are the three part I have divided. So we will see in detail what are the there will be there in server part, medicine box, and mobile notification. So these are now we'll go for a detailed block diagram. So first we will need a cloud storage. So on a DigitalOcean, we will buy cloud storage by selecting the Ubuntu server. Then the Ubuntu server will be connected to our Bolt Wi-Fi module. The medicine box and the Bolt Wi-Fi module is attached with the medicine box, and our Bolt Wi-Fi will be connected with our local Wi-Fi. And another one, the Ubuntu is also connected with a Twilio account, which we are using as a third-party application, which will send a mobile notification alert to the caretaker person of that patient. So I have divided this whole system into the three main part. Sorry, the three sub part. The first one, we will see the circuit connection of the box. Then we will discuss about a Twilio, how to create an account and how it will be used. And lastly, we will see the Ubuntu server process. So let's go with the circuit connection. So here is the circuit diagram of a box. Here you can see I have connected the read switch sensor, the LED, the push button, and a buzzer with a Bolt Wi-Fi module. Here, first of all, the read switch sensor is connected with a Bolt Wi-Fi module with a digital number 0. Here, blue wire. Then the LED through green wire, it is connected to the digital pin number 2. The push button is connected through yellow wire at the digital pin 1, and the buzzer is connected at the digital pin number 3 via this pink wire. So the circuit connection is very simple. We will see what is how the hardware is working. First of all, we will see the reed switch sensor. So what the reed switch sensor work as? Suppose we have two scenario. First, the reed switch sensor is used to detect the magnetic field around it. So it detects the magnetic field around it. Suppose the magnet is near to the reed switch sensor, so it will give the output equals to give that the door is closed. So, in my case, in the box, I have the reed switch sensor in the box, and the magnet is attached on the door of the box. So if the door is, then the magnet is near to the sensor, so it will send the output equals to 1 and gives that the door is closed. Suppose if the door is away, or magnet is away, that means the door is open and it will send output equals to 0. So this way the reed switch sensor is used to display to know of us that the box is open or not. Now we will see that the buzzer and LED will be buzzer will make a sound and LED will glow when the alarm is rang, and the button is used to confirm that the medicine is taken by the patient. That when the alarm is rang, the patient has to press the button and confirm that he has taken the medicine. So in the block diagram, we have completed the first part. We are done with the circuit connection part. Now we will go to the second part about the Twilio application. Someone is asking the question in the chat box, sir, is reed switch different from proximity? We will have a Q&A section in the last. We will discuss there. First, let me complete the whole session. Then we will go. So here you can see the first part is completed. Now we go for Twilio. So what is a Twilio? The Twilio is a third-party application which is used to send the message to our mobile phone. So what will be, we need to create just account on the Twilio, and they will provide some particular credentials which we will be using further in our code program. So we will discuss there. The Twilio will just give access to send a alert message to our particular mobile phone. So how to create the Twilio account? I have provided the Google link. You can go there and create your account, because if I show here how to create account, it will take much time and it will be not fruitful to show every step over here. So just go through this link and you will get to know how to create. It is very simple. I have explained each and every step over here. So the Twilio half part is completed. We have created the Twilio account. Now we will go for this DigitalOcean Ubuntu server process. So first of all, buy a cloud storage on a DigitalOcean. Create a droplet, selecting a Ubuntu server. I will say that first for 2 months, the DigitalOcean are providing us the free account. They are providing the $100 credit for the first 2 months. So you just create your account by using a credit card or a debit card, and then create it a droplet over there, and you can delete before the 2 months are completed. If we are student, we don't have any high budget, so we can use this. Now while creating the droplet, please remember the password you said while creating this droplet. That the password will be used to access your Ubuntu server. Now, when you create your droplet on a DigitalOcean, they will provide you IP address. So copy this IP address and save it in your notes. Then download the Putty software, which will use to run our Ubuntu server on PC. So go Google on Google, download the Putty software. Then after downloading, open this putty.executable file. Then it will open this Putty configuration page where we have to paste our IP address which sorry, I get distracted. After opening this putty.executable file, the Putty configuration page will be open. So here on in the host name, you paste your IP address which we have get from our DigitalOcean, select SSH and open it. So the page will be open like here. So log in with your username and the password. The username will be by default the root, and the password will be that which you have set while creating the droplet. So open that. Now after creating after getting into the Ubuntu server, we need to download we need to update and download multiple files on the Ubuntu. So I've given on my blog the multiple the screen visible. Yes. So these are the command we'll use to update our packages on the Ubuntu. Then we need to install the Python library. So why this a command in the Ubuntu command prompt, enter this command and download this Python file, as well as install the Bolt IoT package on your particular server. After completing, you will get a message that successfully built a Bolt IoT and all the updates are done. Now we will go ahead for the coding for our coding section. So here first we create a file named cred.py in which we will save all credentials of a Twilio account as well as the Bolt Wi-Fi cloud. So what these credentials we do that a server we know we had a server, so we need to connect with the Bolt Wi-Fi module as well as with the Twilio. So these credentials will help us to connect with this Bolt system. So in what credential file, what is there? There are the SSID, port taken, from number and the to number. The first three you will get from the Twilio dashboard over here: the account SSID, the port taken, and the phone number from which the message will be sent, and the to number from on which number you want to get your message. And the other two things, that the API key and the device ID will be get from the Bolt Cloud dashboard. In the API section, you will get your API, and here below your Bolt Cloud Bolt ID will be shown. So paste all the credential in this file, then save it. Now create another file named the patient care.py, which will contain our code for the reminder box. So after creating the file, go on this GitHub link and copy the code given on that and paste in the file we have created, just the patient.care.py. After pasting it, in the last you will see the while true loop. In that you have to set the timer set the time for how many times you want to remind the patient to take the medicine. So here write a set time, and I have here written the 10:03 means 10 hours and 3 minutes the alarm will ring. So you can add a multiple timer for it. So please note that you should enter the time in the 24-hour format, not in the 12-hour format. So this was the then save it. So here you can see our third part is also completed. The Ubuntu server process is completed. We have connected the Twilio with it via credentials, and we also connected Wallpaper module via their credentials. The whole the system is now completed. So now we will go and run our project by entering this command, the sudo python 3 patientcare.py in the command prompt, and our project is ready. Now we will see the output of it. I have made a video over it. Let me share it. So this is my pill reminder box. Here you can see I have put a button, push button, a LED and a buzzer. Now I will power up the Bolt Wi-Fi module via this power bank, and I have set the time to remind the patient to take medicine on 10:15. Now it's 10:13. After 2 minutes, the alarm should be ring. Before that, we see that how the door is open and closed. It's seen. Here you can see there is only one LED. When magnet is away from the sensor, you can see there. Now when I close it, there will be two LED glowing. Here you can see in the box here down one, the two LED is glowing because the magnet is near to the sensor, and it seems that the door is closed. So if the button, if we are putting outside the box, the patient has to open the box, then only after only he has to press the button. When the 10:50 will be occur, the buzzer will be start beeping sound to make a beeping sound, and the LED will glow. It will beep for a minute. Here you can see it's 10:15, so the buzzer start beeping and the LED is glowing. It will beep for 1 minute. So the patient has to press the button. Once the buzzer stop beeping, I will not press the button for now, so we can check the further that after the 5 minutes also it will beep. That means 10:20, the buzzer will again beep and LED will glow, and after 10 minutes means at 10:25 the message will be sent to our mobile. I register my mobile number, so the message will become on this mobile only. So at 10:16, after 1 minute, it stopped making the beep sound, and the LED is not glowing now. So here you can see the time is 10:19. At 10:20, the alarm should again remind the patient, because I have not pressed the button at 10:15. So it will remind the patient again on the after 5 minutes. So it means 10:20, the buzzer will start beeping again. So here you can see exact 10:20. So the buzzer start now beeping sound. It will again beep for 1 minute. Then afterward only the patient has to press the button once the buzzer stop beeping. So it's 10:21. So the alarm stop making sound of beeping. Now at 10:25, as we have not pressed the button, so the text message will be sent to our mobile. So here you can see 10:24. As I have not pressed the button on the first alarm as well as on second alarm, so at 10:25 the message will be sent to my mobile phone that your patient has not taken the medicine. It's 10:24. So now it's 10:25. Here you can see the message has arrived. Sent from the Twilio trial account. Alert: your patient has not taken the medicine. Please remind him or her. So this is how our pill reminder system works.
Now I have set the alarm of 10:30. At 10:30 the alarm will ring. So after 1 minute, when the alarm stop beeping, I will press the button. So after 5 minutes it will not remind the patient again, and after 10 minutes also it will not send a message. We will check both this. So I will press the button once the alarm stop beeping. At 10:30 it will remind the patient. I have set for it. So it's 10:30. So you can see the alarm is ring and the LED is glowing. So it will ring up to 1 minute. As I am keeping the box always open, as my circuit is whole inside the box, if I make a proper PCB, the button can be at the outside of the box, so we have to open the box. But in my case the box is always open to press the button. So it's 10:31. So the alarm stopped beeping the sound. I will press the button now. So I have pressed the button for 5 seconds because I have in the code I have written the time sleep for 5 seconds. So I have to press for a 5 seconds because the API hits again and again of this Bolt IoT. So I keep that for 5 seconds. You can keep also on 1 second. So once you press the button only one time, it will make a changes. So now we'll see at 10:35 again. So here you can see it's 10:35. The alarm we have set at 10:30. So and I press the button. So after 5 minutes it's not reminding the patient again to take, because we have pushed the button and confirm that we have take the medicine. So here you can see it's 10:40. The 10 minutes after the alarm set, I have set the alarm of 10:30. It's now 10:40. So I have pressed the button. So the message is not received on mobile. You can see it is the last message of 10:25 only. At 10:40 no message has come. So this is how our pill reminder system works. If you like it, please like the video and share.
Yes. I think you got that output of the demonstration of the medicine reminder box. I have there is also my YouTube link and a blog link. If you missed any of the part of my project, you can refer from this.